Hello, good evening, and welcome to this stream. So, hello, I hope you had a good week. This is a very special flight today. We are doing SpagOZ's Memorial GA flight to really celebrate the life of one of our great simulator colleagues in the community. SpagOZ, or Richard as some people knew him as, passed away in December, and we are going to do this flight, and we are going to be in Australia. We're at an airport, Cooktown. I have to remind myself where I am. Cooktown. And we are going to be traveling around the countryside. As you can see, it's quite nice countryside as you look around here. And we're going to go inland first of all, and then around to the home airport of Spags, which was Cairns. And we've got a few people flying along with us to make that journey. So let's have a look. We got quite a few TBMs. What a surprise. We've actually got a very special livery that was put together in very short notice by Riku. So thank you very much for that. I'll just come in on my aeroplane here. Oh, this is a bit quick. And as you can see, we have a very bright light. We have SpagOZ underneath the windows. We have a I'll go to another one then. Oh no, it's a bit quick. It's a bit quick because it's set up for something else. So we got in loving memory and typical sort of born and passing away date, and then we have his infamous Marty Feldman image on the nose. If I can get there. There we go. You could just see it waving to us, and hopefully he's looking down on this stream and waving back at the same time. So I have a few apologies to make. I'm really sorry about Thursday when this flight was originally planned. Microsoft, in their wisdom, well, to be honest, it was my fault. I didn't read the small print of the insider program, which would say that we have to be out of the insider version once the real version has for Sim Update 7 has come alive, basically. And that caught me out, because although I booted up at 5 o'clock that evening and we were doing some testing, I needed to load in the livery. As soon as I quit Sim and reloaded, it said there was a mandatory update, which was to downgrade back to the released version, if you like. So that was my fault. So I do apologize for anybody who was looking to join that stream on Thursday. But hey, we're doing it now, and hopefully, it's going to be good fun. So let's just have a quick look through chat to see who's joined us already. We've got a few messages in here. So I'll quickly go through those, and then I'll bring the voice chat into play. So, oh gosh, we've got to go back quite a long way in the chat. So let me just go back here. Where are we going? There we go. So we're about here. Okay, Viper Strike. Hello. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream. Jandris. Evening. And Nathan Gamer, first time chat, hello, welcome to the stream. Gaudian77, good evening to you. Squawk Talk, hello, welcome to the stream, first time chatter from you. Andrew5664, afternoon. Snowy Master 738, Landing Gear 1957, lots of new people in the stream, lovely to see. Obviously, Double Tamish is here. We'll come to chat in a second. We have Alaska 559 and Mosman and Curious Bee. we are very privileged to have two big streamers in chat. Two-Tone Murphy, welcome to the stream. Good to have you along. Kebmo25 and a very well-known person, Q8 Pilot, will be joining us on this flight as well. So do say hello to him in chat. Daiki Decadus is here. Who else have I seen? Snowy Master 738, welcome to stream. Can I ask for the port code, please, and route? So, exclamation mark route. Oh, somebody's always ahead. Thank you, Alaska. And Scott Talk, unfortunately, couldn't get the livery installed. It shows in my content manager, so the flight sim sees it, but it's down as not installed. Oh, that's weird. Okay. If you're just in the TBM, that's fine. That'll be fine. Radiant Pilot, Randy, that's a beautiful livery. I should probably put some music on in the background while I'm talking here. Skeptic, welcome to the stream. You'll be with us shortly. Had another CTD on startup, about 30 this week. Oh dear. You see, now if I load in with a plan and hit fly, CTDs every single time. If I load in with just this, set the start airport, it's fine. So maybe that's the solution for this stream if you can't get going. Jake Lewis 133, welcome to the stream. Gary, JF, just loading in, excellent. Alpha Whiskey, excellent. The server is Southeast Asia. Catbat9, hello and welcome to the stream. Gosh, I've never had a list this long, it's exhausting. TP Gladius, what airport? I'll join you for formation. So we are starting at Yankee Charlie Kilo November. Tarnish Man, welcome to the stream. Seamus McNeil's, hello. Wombat49, Catbat9. And Martel 172, gosh, the list goes on and on and on. Curious Bee, I think I've already said hello to Samsung Video. Hello, welcome to the stream. Mechanical, hello. Welcome to the stream for the first time. Dougal McTavish, I've already done him, so else I've done him. Lee Dixon 1, evening. Welcome to the stream. And I don't even get to the flight plan stage from most of my CTTs. Oh dear. Kept that up. It was called Aobo TBM. Maybe yes, because sadly there was a typo in the name of the person that created it, and yeah, so I've left it as that. So maybe rename it and try it. Alec D129, welcome to chat. And I think, gosh, can I have a rest now? I'm exhausted. But there's more to do. There's more to do, guys. We need to bring chat into the world. So let me just turn that down a bit.
Before you do, anybody else having any issues with stream? No.
And I'm going to do unmute voice chat in stream, and let's see if we can see and hear the people that are on the voice chat. So good evening everybody in the special events voice channel.
Hello, Pilot Billy.
Good afternoon, Peely.
Okay, I hope.
Yellow.
Hello.
Red.
I'm hoping that is actually coming out on the stream. Yes, excellent. I'm talking in silence as always. As always, Daiki. As always. And Q8 Pilot, hello, welcome to this stream. I'm very pleased you have got the time to come in and join us for this flight.
Well, thanks very much for having me, guys. Really great to be here and for a good cause. So, yeah, let's fly, have some fun.
Okay.
And remember our friend.
Yes, indeed. And
just need to let you know, Peely, that I'm flying blind. Your stream's not working for me, but it's my end.
Okay, and so Q8's going to say some special words when we get to the airport called Laura, which is Yankee Lima Romeo Alpha. That'll be our second airport. It'll be a full stop landing there, but there'll be a touch and go before that. So thank you very much for doing that, Q8. Real pleasure to have you.
Absolute pleasure.
Real pleasure for you to be on the stream. We also have a fantastic aerial display from the Shadows display team. So Steve and his crew will be coming in and doing a special display when we get to Cairns. There's going to be two parts of the display. They're going to do a display first of all, and then they're going to finish with what they call a missing man formation, and we will end our stream on that note. So we've got a rather special finish to the stream today, so I hope you all enjoy that. And I'm just actually seeing I've got a DM from him here. Okay, great. So that's good. If you are flying along, you are very welcome to join in the voice channel. But obviously, no bad language. We've got to respect that SpagOZ's family may or may not be watching this stream, so no personal questions about Spag. He was a very private man. He kept himself to himself. He was a very good moderator in a lot of channels, and a good friend to a lot of people that are here, either flying or watching. So we just need to be very respectful of Spag's privacy. So we're all here to have a nice flight. It shouldn't be too long. It should be maybe 2 to 2.5 hours in length, with the display of about 10 minutes or so at the end. So buckle up and gosh, look at all these TBMs. We have a DC-6 there. We have a couple of Hawks by the looks of it. I think they're two cats, aren't they?
And you know what, Neil? Now that we've got a lot of new people here, if anybody wants to hit the follow button, that would be appreciated, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. And so yes, we got a fleet of TBMs, a couple of Spits, a few Hawks, and a DC-6. Excellent. Although I might think that the DC-6 might be challenging to get into some of the airports that we're going to land at.
Indeed, it might. Yeah.
You can think, Peely, if you want to know who that DC-6 is, that's me.
Oh, okay. You might want to change that a little bit later. So let's get going. Let's shut the door. Oh, turn the game sounds on. That would be good. And we'll just lock that. And here's the cockpit. Excellent stuff. Remove that. And let's put a bit of battery life on.
I'm just going to jump in there, Neil, and say a special welcome to a few of the guys that are coming over from the X-Plane community to watch this as well. I see Drew Stone's in. Hello, my friend. Hope you're okay. So all the guys coming over from the X-Plane 11 side. Really good to see you.
Okay. Yes. Welcome. Welcome, indeed. So I need some options up here. I need to turn on. So don't forget your autopilot trim, because it becomes a nightmare otherwise. Fuel selector to auto. We'll need our aux BB to auto, and generators to main. That's all good. Maybe turn the panel lights on, or we're in daylight anyway. Nav lights will go on. That will do. That will do. And well, let's fire up.
And you know that patch, Neil, that you said that I should install to stop that constant binging?
Yes.
I forgot to install it. So
That's not good then.
I'll be hearing it in my sleep now, I think.
Well, what patch is that then, guys?
There's a performance patch that one of the mods that allows you to not have the problems with the parking brake enunciating when it shouldn't.
The one that I've got into chat, I'm not 100% certain it's the right one, but that's the one that I use.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
And stream is down again for me.
So let me just
to receive.
bring in the little nav map routing so we can see where we're going. And we will depart from the other end. So we're going to be departing from runway... Oh, actually, I haven't told you the weather yet, but I will tell you. 29, I think. Actually, the live weather's all right at the minute. So let's just
looks good.
go to that, and we'll just switch to live weather. I'm currently running at 6:38 in the morning, or as close to the 6:38. Oh my word, we've got a few raids going on that I've just seen come in.
Angry One Horn.
Angry One Horn, 18 people. Thank you very much for the raid. Wow, thank you very much. Mr. Aimbot. Excellent. Goblin Zeus. Hello. I'm sorry if I missed the chat. I've been starting up my aeroplane. So let's go over here, and I think we've got a good start. So that's good. Let's just check everything is okay. Fueled, I'm about half tanks. So default starting on half tanks. You can put pitot heat on, but we don't really need it at the moment. And we'll set Barrow. Where we go?
And we have a Captain Shaquille O'Meal in the chat as well. Welcome, my friend.
Oh, hello, Shaquille. Hope you're well. And I need to get rid of little nav map. Otherwise, I'm going to be flying and you can't see where I'm going. Oh, I haven't talked about the route, have I? Oh, dear. It's all going to pot now. So we're going to start at Cooktown. Let me just get rid of the... dogs in the background. Delete my aircraft trail, we don't need that. And we're going to go sort of west and then south to Lakeland Airport. We are going to follow the river that actually runs down there to Laura, where we'll get Q8 to do a little speech for us. Most of the airports will be touch and goes unless I say otherwise. We'll then head south and then southeast. Then we'll be heading back north a little bit up to Daintree Airport, which is actually quite a nice airport. And the approach there is quite good. And then we'll come down to Yakolta Airport, and then we'll finally come in to Cairns. So not a really long route. It's only 291 nautical miles, which is nothing in a TBM. So we'll make sure that that happens swiftly. So just turn that off. Go back there. That's good. That's good. Righty-ho. Now
Hey
I
guys,
do...
in the voice chat, if you're not using a push to talk, could you please mute yourself, because there's audio coming across. Thanks.
Yeah. Push to talk is appreciated if you're in the voice channel. Unless you've got a very, very quiet background. Okay, right. We'll put that on. I think we're good to go there. Have a look outside. We've got some excellent Spitfire noises and jet noises and TBM noises, and somebody's just getting some fuel, I see, so that's cool. And we'll need to put on some lights here, avionics and all the other bits that I forgot to turn on, and I think we're ready to go. So I have some particular music for this stream. I hope you enjoy it. It's a collection of Aussie tunes, starting with a didgeridoo, you know.
And I don't want to scare you, Neil, but we have 70 people watching the stream, so this is excellent. This is a great sender for SpagOZ.
So taxi, out from this taxiway, we're going to turn right, head down to the end of the runway, or go left as the because that little runway you've just gone down has a dead end. So So we're gonna head out, turn right onto the taxiway, just go out to down here. And look at everybody coming along. It's such a great flight.
Thanks everybody for showing this turnout for Spag.
Hey, Captain Bambasso, welcome to the stream. Angry One Horn, great little flight plan if I say so. Thank you very much. Meta work must be in there. Well, if I could play it, I would, but I can't. Hit many if this stream do my... Oh, cool. Okay, renaming the folder hasn't helped. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Oh, I know what it might be. Have you previously installed my own pilot Peely TBM livery? Because the two can't coexist, unfortunately. There's one or the other. Ah, okay. Look at that. What a good bit of music for this.
And you know what? We can actually see, we can hear it in the chat now. Nice one,
I
man.
know. All that hard work on buttonage and audio programs and things like that.
Are you going to do a circuit over the field, Peely? Give everybody a chance to get up.
I do think that's probably appropriate.
I think
Although-
there's just one or two more here than usual.
Yes. We're only used to having like half a dozen people. Hello, Drew Stone.
TC, that livery is on the Hawk is pretty special.
Yes, let's go and have a quick nose. So I've got my my drone set on ultra fast because of the display later, so I'm a bit sort of it's a bit jerky. There we go. If you stay still there, I'll see if I can get into it a little bit.
Somebody was making a suggestion about a photo. Do you want to elaborate? You mean at the end or now, mate?
There we go. There we go. Look at that collection of aeroplanage.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm facing the wrong way. My brakes didn't work.
I'm saying nothing, Jim.
Excellent, excellent.
Let's get some photograph of us all on the ground before we take off.
Okay, let's see if we can get a bit of a photo here.
Wait for me, I'm bringing up the rear.
Okay.
I can't see you on stream, my stream's frozen.
Yeah, and nobody follow me because yet again I haven't loaded up a flight plan, so...
Okay.
You mean you're lost before we even depart?
Yep.
Hello, Jill Corky. Just loading in. Excellent stuff. More the merrier. Right, so I'm just going to grab a screen grab of that. I'm also going to turn the labels on now because I've done my, you know. Hopefully they come in. There we go. Curious to be is already up.
Hawks and TBMs and Spitfires, and yet there's me in the DC6.
Great to see all you two-ton Murphy guys here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. for
Thank
coming
you
by.
for coming along.
No, thank you to Pilot Halo for hosting this incredible event. Let's make this a great flight to honor Spags.
Excellent. And oh, by the way, I have a bottle of Merlot from Yalumma, South Australia winery. So this is going to be drunk during the stream. Hopefully I won't be in such an unfit state at the end that I won't be able to follow the display. But that's the challenge that I'm going to set to myself. So just let me fill my glass. Well, I actually am not going to fill the glass. I will pour...
Skeptic, I'm really sorry. I hope you can join us next time.
Oh no, Skeptic, are you having problems?
So many people have had issues with CTDs over the last couple of weeks.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Bill Bro. Hello, my
Okay,
friend.
so
I think you need to fall back a little bit, Dougal. You're not in the back anymore. There's still people appearing behind you.
Is there indeed?
I'm raising a glass. If you have a glass handy or a drink handy, cheers to Spags. May it be a
Cheers.
good flight.
Cheers, man.
Well, thank you, Two-Tone. I just saw you comment, my friend. I hope it's Happy New Year to you, mate. I haven't spoken to you this year, so all the best to you and yours.
Thank you, Two-Tone, for coming along.
Hello, Two-Tone.
Let's get in this airplane. Let's get out of that view and get into that view, and let's get rolling. So we're going to climb to around 3,000 feet. I'm going to do a circuit, a left circuit of the airport to allow everybody to get airborne, and then we'll head off down to our first waypoint.
And Murph, do feel free to jump into VC if you so desire, sir.
And remember, Neil, you said 3,000 feet. You've said it now.
I know. Whoops. Look, you put me off already. I went all full right rudder then. That was commitment. Gear up.
Oh, look at those hawks all lined up at the side of the runway. It does look sweet.
Now I've got to keep to my promise of not going higher than 3,000 feet.
Alaska, do you know where you're going, do you, mate?
I'm a little lost.
All right,
Alaska-
cool. I'll follow you for
Alaska
now.
never
then.
knows where he's going. He's always lost.
He's not wrong.
This says Dougal, who's always gone the opposite
Look
direction.
at that. I have never seen in my life such a train of aeroplanes in one of my streams. So thank you very much for coming along.
77 people and counting.
Look at that.
Hey, I see Renoir down there in his usual Spitfire.
Yeah, he's in the Israeli number 57.
I hope you're well, Andrew.
Yeah, doing well, Dougal.
Oh, we've got some very deep tones on an extensive didgeridoo, I think. So we'll just go round once more. Still a few people on the ground. We're approaching 3,000 feet.
Evening, Guardian.
Good afternoon to you, Captain Spitfire and Godden. Hope you're all doing well.
Ooh.
Now, I don't want you to go pushing buttons, Neil, but do you have that little thingy at the top that normally shows the heading, airspeed, and that sort of thing?
Sim Toolkit Pro. It's probably too late to launch it now if you didn't launch it before OBS.
Yes. I did admit that
That's okay.
I didn't.
There's enough of us. I'll find somebody to follow. So.
I have to say,
This is so cool, seeing so many names turn up. Thanks, guys.
look at that. So I'm running at what's my throttle at? It's at 70% throttle. So doing about 180, 190. Chill Corky's just getting airborne. Smasher in a spit.
Joining with the wine. I assume from your name you're also somewhere on that small island down in that part of the world.
You'll try and keep it at 3,000. I did notice that the lights on my oh,
Push bike.
Anyone still on the ground? Yep, still got a couple on the ground. Hey, Splasher, good to see you. I flew with Splasher yesterday.
excellent.
I was wondering who you were flying with when you said you'd seen my airplane.
Yeah, yeah. We flew, we caught the bottom, southern edge of Lake Michigan.
Okay, well that's a very interesting thing. As soon as I turn the autopilot on, the yoke goes the wrong way to the way that I want to go. So I won't be using autopilot. That means it's going to be hand flying all the way.
Have you got nav turned on by mistake?
No.
No, okay.
You know how I fixed that, Neil? I had the same thing. I just forced it all the way one way, then the other, and it sort of corrected itself.
Yes.
Very strange.
It's a bit odd, and I think what's not helping is that my Bravo throttles are not showing any annunciation lights or any lighting when I am.
Okay.
So I think that's probably the honeycomb DLL not working properly.
And we should know from Thursday's attempt that the gods will be out to try and get you today.
Yes. But the thing is, I'm up in the air and you're flying along. So that's a good thing.
You got right again, or we just going on the coast now?
So we're now heading out towards the coast for waypoint 1. If you have the map.
I see Mewspan on the ground there, so he's in a hawk, so he'll have no trouble keeping up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I thought. So I thought a little bit of cloudiness, but it's broken, so that's fine.
Have you been seeing these followers, have you, Neil?
Have I seen what before?
The followers, the names of the followers.
Oh,
They're not popping up.
they
I
might.
think the overlay is not working.
Is the overlay not working? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I can see it. It's very, very small writing on the right hand of the stream.
Oh, is there?
Very, very small, yes.
Okay.
As in tiny.
All right.
yeah,
I'll make an
yeah, I just
adjustment
thought
at when we land at Laura. And
Yeah, I think pushing buttons and flying same time.
is a bit of a dangerous game. A bit of a dangerous game. So
I'm sure Murph could tell you what happens when you do that too often.
Yeah, baby.
So, right turn, come round over this little hill here, and that'll be the end of waypoint 1, or to waypoint 1, should I say. There is everybody. I can hear a Spitfire. You can always hear a Spitfire, can't you?
And what's wrong with that?
No, you took the words right out of my mouth, Andrew. There's only one thing better than hearing a Spitfire, and that's hearing lots of Spitfires.
And a couple of mosquitoes and a few lynx.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All the same engine, yeah.
Okay, so heading off. So those are a little behind. You could do a bit of a UE and join us on the way to waypoint 2, which is a heading of 266 on your direction finder thingy.
If there are any pilots that haven't yet joined voice chat, please feel free to jump into the waiting room and somebody will drag you into special events.
Just trying
If
to
you
trim
don't see
around.
us, give us a dig.
She doesn't want to trim very easy today. Am I holding 3,000? I am holding 3,000. Come on, hold at 3,000. What's going on with the trim?
Kobe Air, you'll see a link in chat for Discord where you can find both a livery for the TBM and the flight plan. And we're on the Southeast Asia server.
Squawk Talk says, the circle I just did around the airstrip just encompassed the whole area of waypoint 1 and 2.
Yeah, same for me. Same
Fantastic.
For me, don't worry.
How's everything on the stream? Is it sounding okay?
You could probably turn the music down just a wee tad,
Are we,
please.
is that in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. The trouble is, I turn it down in Discord, I turn it down in the stream as well, so I need to be careful about what I do there.
No worries, mate. We can hear you fine. We can hear you fine. You just... Just don't play any more banjos.
That's funny. So let's go outside. There's the Spitfire. So we have a waypoint 2 and we have a left turn, folks. Onto a heading of 193.
Oh, I got my spring back. Means I now have the pleasure of watching you.
Yay!
Just brought Gary GF into the voice chat.
Hey, hi Gary.
Hello there. Everybody well?
Hello, Gary.
I'm doing great. How about you, Gary?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, I can hear jets and Spitfires and everything.
Have a
It's-
look behind you. Have a look behind you.
I've actually climbed up to 4,000 at the moment, so... or just under. So it's quite hard to actually just bring my airplane noise down to fly backwards, maintain a height and a direction. So do bear with me.
I see Mr. Bombasso behind us, so he did get up in the air. Good evening, Bombasso.
Hello, Bombasso.
He's probably in VR, which is why he's probably not in chat.
I think I said hello to Fly Guy. If I didn't, hello, Fly Guy.
Catbat, you're probably in VR as well, I should imagine. Oh, Andrew, are you in VR?
No, I'm a cracker.
Okay.
I'm in there.
Are you in VR?
Currently stalking a random TBM.
Neil, what's your speed?
What's my speed? 173
Okay.
indicated. Ground speed, I think, is 199. You've got a bit of a tailwind-ish. Crosswind, actually. No wonder I keep going.
So, folks, are we going to land at the first airport?
We are going to do a touch and go.
All right, touch and go. Gotcha.
Be landing at Laura, which is the second field on the route.
Yeah, okay.
So first airport is not very far away.
I got
Which is why, of course, you brought us all the way up to 4,000 feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's close to 3,000, isn't it?
And we're going to be landing on runway 15. I think it's probably that one down there, actually.
I think it's a grass strip.
It's a grass strip.
I gotta say, Australia's looking really nice today in their feeling. I don't usually do much flying around here.
No, me neither. So it does make a change to be somewhere.
After the end of this month, when we do the update from Australia.
That music is a bit loud because I can't hear the chat.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, I can't get my autopilot to work.
No,
Not
nor
that
can
it
I.
matters, but
Me neither.
No, I can't
Have
get
you-
mine either.
Have you got the switch turned on at the top right of the overhead panel?
Yes,
Yep,
there.
I'm having some trouble.
That one up there.
Which is that?
It's the one that says AP trim. Has the music stopped already?
We did.
I must
Just
have
can't get the staff.
accidentally. Oh, I know why. It was the last track. There wasn't very many Australia ones there to choose from. Fortunately.
Captain Spitfire, you do indeed hear a Q8 pilot who's flying along with us this evening. And why aren't you in voice chat, sir?
So we'll put some blues on after this track.
thank you, Dougal. That was the fix, mate.
Yeah, thanks very much for that. I've just got mine going as well.
Right.
It's only the second time I've flown this thing, so
We always like to put you out your comfort zone, Seamus.
thank you.
Now some of these airstrips are a little hard to see. I will let you into that little secret. So if you think, is that a track or is it a road? It's probably the airstrip.
I think you said 15, did you not?
I did say 15, yes. So runway 15, I think it might be that over there.
So, Peely, do you mind if I talk for a sec?
Sure.
So, I did an earlier flight earlier today on my channel. I took the Junkers as part of my historical recreation stuff. I flew from Kurgan to Omsk, which took me 279 nautical miles in Russia.
Wow.
Very few people actually fly or stream in Russia, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not one of my favourite places, I have to say.
There was some interesting thing I found out. There's a lot of these pothole lakes all over Siberia due to the glaciers and all that at the Ice Age.
Nice.
So we are
Sure, there's an
doing
airport here.
we are doing a touch and go at this airport.
I can see it.
Good, this is my specialty.
I'm glad you can see it because I can't at the minute.
Well, I can see a very green stripe of land that stands out, and I'm assuming that there's a runway somewhere on there.
Oh, well, I'm following two-tone because he never gets lost.
Oh, of course he doesn't. No.
I don't hear much confidence in that.
Well,
Oh,
at
no,
least he doesn't forget his landing gear.
You mean his landing gear? Oh dear.
This is true, but he does break his engines quite a lot.
Yeah, how you doing, two cats?
Or
Yeah,
he,
not too bad.
or he gets teleported to another continent.
I'm trying to wing up with Andrew at the moment so we can get some Hawks and Spitfires together. It seems appropriate.
I was kind of wondering what was going on. I was sitting here flying along straight and level, looked over my left and right shoulders, and there's Spitfires and Hawks behind me.
That strip of green wasn't the airport, by the way. So don't follow me.
I think I've got it.
Yeah, I see it. Viper Strike's
It's
got
on
it
the
too.
left
I
of
see him.
that.
Oh, Murph's in a spit too.
Yeah, Murph's in a spit.
Oh, this is an airport. Oh my.
I don't know yet.
Well,
I'll let you know.
it's on the
I'm
field.
turning too early. I'm parallel and it's to my right.
I'm way too high.
Oh, I know why.
And I'm just heading for the pack. I've got no clue here.
Join the club.
I got landed. I landed it.
Murph says.
It's a
Murph
touch
says
and go,
in a
this
panic
one, by the way,
voice,
guys.
"Don't follow me."
There it is. I remember this.
Oh, Alaska's got it. There we go.
Oh my.
This is a very short final.
Must
Yeah,
remember
this-
wheels. Must remember
Viper,
wheels.
this is a touch and go, Viper.
Touch and go.
I know.
Everybody.
Just wanted to test my keep lane skills.
Well,
Just testing your brakes, huh?
this is a bit high.
I think we lost a wheel or two on that one.
I'd like to see the
Well, I just cut the
DC6 get
grass.
out of here.
Yeah, easy peasy.
And I found Neil again. Excellent.
That's funny because I just found the airport.
I didn't know he was
I
lost.
did stole in this thing. This thing can do stole. DC6 stole competition.
There's the touch. And we have the go.
I'm afraid mine was more of a bounce and go. Captain
Feeling you,
Riku.
Dean.
Captain Riku, my friend. We have Captain Rico in chat.
Oh,
who,
hello. Woof
yeah.
woof. Indeed.
Captain Rico is the guy that added the special bits to this livery that made it what it is.
Oh, nice one. Thank you, mate.
So, after the touch and go, you are turning around to heading of 299, heading to the next airport, which is Laura. It's 29 nautical.
I'm not used to this professionalism. You've given me headings and everything. This is awesome.
Hey, he's showing off, that's all it is, Jim. Showing off.
Because Q8's on here, that's what it is.
By the way, Q8 did an absolutely brilliant preview stream on I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? For the new Honda Jet. It's not yet released, I don't believe. But go and have a look at that video, guys, because that's going to be freeware.
Yeah, when Dougal said that on my stream earlier, like, freeware? I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
So, who was just doing the touch and goes there? We had Chill Corky, Tarnish, Martel, Curious Bee. They're all looking good. Whack-A-Mo's just coming in. Druid Zeus, I think, is going to do one. That was a hard airport to find, eh?
Mongo's just entered chat. If anybody
Is
wants
Mongo
to
in a
know-
Connie?
He must be, surely. Isn't that? I was just about to say, if anybody wants to know anything about the Connie, I would imagine Mongo is your guy to ask.
Hello, Mongo. Welcome to chat. Is he flying along? Can anybody see his name tag?
I can't see it. Mongo, are you flying?
Oh, music, music.
Go on, Bill. You've been dying to say it all night. Say lovely music, babe. Come.
No, I can hear the music this time. I mean, you know, that's what's going on.
Yeah, it ruins the fun, doesn't it?
Oh, I need to...
Well, I was just trying to taste the wine, but I can't taste
Yeah.
that either.
Oh, that's nice.
That music sounds like a cross. Oh god, this gives my age away, doesn't it? It sounds like a cross between Slade and the Sweet.
Yeah, don't forget, Dougal, you're younger than me, mate, so... Sonny.
That makes me feel so young.
Oh yeah. At least by a month or two, I think.
I'm going to have to enlarge my chat window because I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah, me and Dougal are keeping an eye on it, and so's Alaska, mate. So we'll let you know if you miss something.
Yes, thank you. There's quite a lot of
Good.
us, not used to this many people. It seems frightening.
Dude,
It's frightening.
I'd probably make a PowerPoint of all this. I've worked this hard.
I see Snowy Master's doing this in X-Plane. He's on the way to the same airport. So, thank you,
Cool.
Snowy.
I've got greatest respect for people that have this many people flying along with them, because it does make a stream, but it does keep you busy. So greatest respect to Two-Tone and Q8 and everybody else that streams with vast numbers, and Two Cats. You have vast numbers of people in your streams as well.
I think Andrew's currently feeling a bit stalked at the moment.
Oops.
And sorry if I missed anybody out of that list. I don't intend to.
Ouch. I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
Oh, Alaska. Yes, sorry,
My
mate.
sim is completely frozen, folks.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yep.
That normally happens to Dougal.
Yes.
I hope it recovers. It could be just the net.
I hope so.
Find out here.
Oh, I just saw a label disappear as well then, and come back.
Yeah. I have
Oh,
seen
boy.
a lot of long freezes lately where it has recovered.
With a full stop ahead, right?
It's a full stop ahead, yeah.
Yeah, full stop ahead.
Well,
If it doesn't recover, Q8, would you like to respawn in at Laura?
the thing is, I probably have to. Yeah, I'll do that. But I think I probably have to forcefully close the sim.
Okay.
Because it's just stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to stalk
I
somebody
think-
else.
Yeah. I need to kill it.
Okay. Stay in
Alright,
chat
well,
because of what's happening at the next airport.
What is the next one? It's
It's Laura. It's
Let's see.
Yankee Lima Romeo
Yankee
Alpha.
Lima Romeo Alpha. All right.
That's it. Yep.
And we'll be doing a bit of a circle to land on this one on runway 14, 1-4.
Let me know when we're close.
We're close.
Yeah, you're closer than I am.
How close would you like to be?
Well, I prefer it other than the fact you see that airport down there that you missed. You know, anything better than that would be fine.
I think I'm actually going rather
I got
fast.
2.5 nautical miles, so.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, sir.
There we are. Two-Tone's giving me an escort here.
Okay, are we here yet?
I wondered how long it would take.
I had
Been resisting, all right? I've been a good boy all week.
There's always one.
I don't get the joke.
No. I don't know where to start.
We can chat on it later, mate. I'm just curious why that was funny.
It's a TC thing.
Ah!
Well, it's actually a two-tone thing.
Shamelessly whipping it off, that's all.
Which
No,
kind of works out to be the same thing.
No, it's a
Oh,
Tom.
yeah.
It's based on the car salesman guru Tom Campo.
That doesn't help, but thank you anyway. For
Now I can't remember if this airport is on. Is it on top of the ridge? Or is it? No, it can't be because it's by the river, isn't it? Down below.
Yeah. It's to the right side of the road.
Mickey said, please don't ask where the jokes come from. Don't get them started.
I was looking for it. I'm apparently right over the airport.
Yeah, I can see it. You're currently flying away from it. You're directly flying towards me and away from the
Right.
airport.
I'm gonna circle in.
You do, but don't look behind you.
I can hear you. I can hear. I know somebody was behind me. The elevation, Alaska, is 300 and something.
Thank you.
Where are you? There you are. Not only can I hear you, I can see the shadow across my wing.
Oh, thank you for following Tsiba Gaming. I think that's how you say that.
One Dougal.
Yeah.
So we got. I'm flanked by Spitfires. I think one's two-tone on my right. And is that Captain Spitfire on my left? Who's that in there? Or is that Renoir?
That's the trouble when they get too close. You can't see the lasers.
So, yet again, I'm following you, Dougal.
I'm on a downwind. I'm downwind.
Okay, cool.
I'm quite close into the field. Mile and a half. No, about a mile. Turning base now, flaps one.
Full stop, yeah.
You full stop? Yeah, full stop. Look at that. That's a good bit of flying by the Spits. So we're going into our downwind here. I need to switch view, unfortunately.
You don't actually want to see where you're flying, do you?
Well, yeah, you know. It would be good to actually, you know, have a look out the window.
And Tsiba said you got the name pronounced correctly there, mate.
Excellent, thank you.
I completely overshot that runway.
See, yet
Right.
again, I followed you and it was wrong.
Shush.
So, actually, I can't see the runway.
Just look for the cluster of nameplates, you'll find it.
Yeah, I'm on short
Oh,
line
yes.
on there, if that's any use.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Dougal's doing a
Go on.
right-hand circuit instead of a left-hand, so...
Oh, shush.
In the DC-6.
You know I want people to think I know what I'm doing.
We all think you know what you're doing.
So, how is everybody flying the, or finding the TBM? Are they liking the aeroplane?
I tell you,
Like me.
having flown the TBM 900 in X-Plane, the one developed by Hotstart, I prefer to fly the one in X-Plane. To be honest, this one feels a bit arcadish, even with the mod. I've got
Okay.
the mod for it, but yeah, it doesn't feel. It's kind of touchy, and
Yeah.
I don't think they've got the engine performance right on this aircraft.
No.
We've always said it feels way too forgiving.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can fly it on a knife edge over, around the corners of rivers, and it handles more like a Spitfire at times.
I haven't
do
flown
like
it that much. Yeah. I prefer the one by Hotstart in X-Plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Hotstart are an incredible add-on company.
I had that one too, as
they're
well.
amazing.
I assume we're just going to line up. There's Andrew. I'll go and park next to Andrew. There
Yeah.
we go.
Nice and
Okay,
tidy
yeah.
parking.
TC, did you just disappear? Nope, you're back.
Too bad I wasn't able to land with you guys.
That's
We
okay.
had to become very accepting of this simulator, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I mean, it does happen, by the way, with X-Plane, but it's easier to debug with X-Plane. Have you guys seen the trailer, the official trailer for X-Plane 12?
Yes, I
I
have.
haven't.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing. Just
Yeah.
really amazing.
I'm very
Overcooked that,
excited
son.
for it to come out.
Healy, it's just about time for lunch for me, so I'm going to be switching to watching so I can eat.
Okie
But I'll be
dokie.
back flying shortly.
Super.
Bon appetit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Enjoy the lunch.
Thank you.
Dougal, did you see Captain Spitfire's comment to you in chat?
I did not.
How dare you do good competitive into Spitfire?
Yeah, do you know what? I was actually waiting for you, Andrew, to say something about that.
I was thinking about it, but I was just going to wait for a break in the conversation. So.
Yeah.
We're all on best behaviour today, so.
Coming in
I
a
mean,
little
Dougal, I
hot.
mean, you do notice that, you know, you've got two Spitfire people here and we both have the same first name.
Tell you guys, I'm not sure what's up with the sim, but it's now stuck in the main screen.
Oh dear.
Oh, with the blue line at the bottom, you mean, QA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that the other day again, and I couldn't fix it to reboot the friggin' thing again.
When that happened to me, I had to hard start it with the task manager and reboot the actual PC.
Yeah, I think that's what I probably need to do, but that would mean that I would lose you guys. So I think it's pretty stuck right now.
So do you want to do what we have got planned while we're
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
landing, and then after that, if you want to do your reboot, and then just join us again afterwards?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. That'll work.
And while everybody's coming in, guys, don't forget, you know, stand up, stretch your legs, you know, just take a little bit of a break while we're waiting, everybody.
There's a lot of us to get down.
Yep. I'm going to grab another scotch.
I'm gonna get a refill on my drink, so I'll be right back, Keely.
Alrighty.
Let me
Too
practice.
bad I can't have a drink. I'm just having a cup of coffee, and it's 11:05 p.m. in Kuwait.
Oh, wow. Late
Wow.
for you.
Do you really want coffee
Yeah,
at that late?
definitely. Yeah, I gotta stay awake. I mean,
Oh, that's
normally
true.
I go to bed around. Normally I do the streams at 9 o'clock local time, and that gives me about an hour and a half. So I finish by 10:30, 11ish, and that's the time I normally go to bed. I do wake up very early in the morning, so I'm an early bird. I wake up at about 5 a.m.
Wow.
4:35. Yeah.
It was great having the developer of the Honda Jet in chat yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was great. He actually reached out to me a long time back. I think it was maybe 3-4 months ago, and he just said, you know, I'm a fan of the channel, and I want your feedback on the aircraft. And so yeah, so that's what I did. I've given him my feedback, and he's really done a great job with the aircraft.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, if anybody's waiting for that, the Honda Jet that is actually going to be freeware, it did actually receive the Q8 pilot seal of approval last night. And for those of you that don't know, that actually is quite important.
I just got half of us just pop out on my screen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, QA, and just while we have you, mate, I was just going to say, it's like I saw at one point that you'd stopped doing the videos and things, and I just want to say I'm really glad that you come back to the streaming community and the videos and stuff. It's a pleasure to have you back, mate.
It's a pleasure to be back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Q8, it was actually you that got me into actually creating some of the trailer videos for the Simwings community flights that we did, and your tutorial on how to make them was invaluable.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
point.
okay.
It was Q8 Pilot that created the very first Simwings promo video.
It was
with the Baron. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I actually had fun doing it. I actually enjoy making those trailer videos. What I've noticed though is that the viewership on those are, you know, they're not great.
No.
People don't really want to watch a trailer. It's okay if it's 20 minutes. You're doing a promo for your product or a launch or something. Then yeah, and if it's something like X-Plane 12, like the trailer that we saw. But overall, if you look at the views on those videos, they're actually pretty low across the board. And they do take a lot of time to do.
Oh yes.
People want live streams all the way now.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of moved away from doing the recorded videos. If you've noticed, I used to do a lot of those recorded videos, and they just take a lot of time. And if you look actually at the time, at the average view time of those videos on a good 1 hour video, it's about 5 minutes. So people would actually skip through to probably takeoff, landing, and that's pretty much it. There are very few people who will actually watch the entire video. I do like the chapters in YouTube now where you can, set things up and, you can actually create chapters so people can skip through to what they want to see. But normally, yeah, it's 5 minutes. So doing the stream is a lot better. And by the way, you hold people's attention for about 5 minutes or 10. That's it.
cool.
Hey,
We just
Neil,
got a message from
there's a-
Two-Tone.
I was going to say there's also 2 follows in the chat as well.
Okay, I'll catch up with those. So Badger Collective, thank you very much for the follow, and Belbro 6505, thank you for the follow, and also Icebird for all, thank you very much. Two-Tone says, it's an honour to have Q8 here with us tonight. He's one of the biggest reasons I started making flight sim content. Also Thomas Rasmussen, which I hope Q8 you might know if he's well.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
I'm not sure anybody's heard from Thomas, have they?
Thomas, no. The last time I've sent him an email, he replied back. That was maybe last year, and he was doing well. He moved to a new home with his family, and I think that was the point where he stopped doing any content whatsoever. I emailed him right after that. He did reply back, and he said everything was fine, but he wasn't really feeling, the inspiration to do videos. And then he's gone. He's just I haven't contacted him since, and it's probably my bad.
He was an inspiration to many.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thomas was great, and he was a very kind soul. He was just really a great guy. And I've done a lot of collaborations with him. Just really great guy. Castrator is also gone. I haven't heard anything from him. I haven't seen any content from him. Of course, you guys know Frugal is also with the game. Yeah.
I think I saw something of Castrator's quote unquote retired as well. Same as Frugal.
Oh, really?
And we got a follow from Catbat9, thank you very much. Nathan Gamer says, enjoying this flight, ladies and gents, what a great send-off. Vibe Strike hashtag 22, yes, it is, people are coming and going. So without further ado, we're just gonna do a little dedication speech here. So let me just bring that down like that. And let's start that, and I'm going to pass the microphone over to Q8 Pilot, who's going to read a prepared statement.
Okay, here we go. We have a short prepared statement regarding this memorial flight and the amazing man who we honor with it. Our dear friend and fellow flight simmer SpagOZ, or simply Spags to many, who most will know as a moderator from several YouTube channels, sadly passed away on Tuesday, 14th of December. He was still flying and moderating the day before, a legend to the very end. Spags was a very long-time flight simmer and YouTube content creator in his own right. He was also a valued member of the SimWings Community Support Project, helping to raise more than $10,000 for flight sim equipment, enabling yet more young people to follow into our community. This memorial flight is to celebrate his life and to show our love and respect for this amazing man who will be dearly missed by many. To respect his family who may view this video, we respectfully ask that people in chat refrain from asking any personal questions about Spags. Any such questions in chat may be deleted. Anyone wishing to pay their respects in a condolence letter may do so either on the XP72 Discord server, where a special SpagOZ channel has been created, or by using the links in the video description for this event. Spags would not want us to be sad or morose. So after a moment of silence, we simply ask that all pilots now enjoy this flight while also remembering our dear departed friend. SpagOZ, rest in peace, our friend, and fly high.
So thank you very much, Q8. Spag was a dear friend to a lot of people here today, and I hope he's looking down and saying, you know, what a great flight too, as people are saying it in chat. So thank you very much for those kind words, and well, let's do what he did best, which was to fly. So let's carry on flying. Yeah, exactly. Okay, thanks very much. Okay. Thank you very much, Cabat and Mechanical, and we actually got a subscribe in there as well, a tier 1 subscription. Oh, hello, let's stop zooming. So get my mouse working on the right screen. Oh god, they've got to fix that. Where was the subscription? I need to go back a little bit. Indeed it would. So sorry, let me just acknowledge this subscription. So Paparazzi, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription. You're very welcome for that one. And well, let's do a quick engine sound off. Although I don't have very many airplanes showing at the moment for some reason. We have a hashtag 22 system problem, which is not great. But I'll tell you what, let's taxi down to the end of the airport first, and then we're all grouped together, so it will probably present itself a little bit better. So, let's release that. The one that's ahead of me. Oh dear, we're going from what is it? 1-4. Yeah. Where the sock? We don't need one of those. Just stick your finger out the window. It is there, yes it is. Oh, I need to scroll down my paws now. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm doing a Ryanair taxi here. Hello, Captain Joe. Welcome to the chat. Banshee Sid Pilot. I don't think I said hello to you, but I just seen you reply there. Yeah. And Gun Ho Guy as well. Good morning. Oh, and Gibbo Island's in chat as well. Welcome to the chat. Oh, and Biggles 05936. Evening all, where are we and where are we going? Well, that will be giving it away because quite often we don't know where we are and we don't know where we're going. So we are currently at Yankee Lima Romeo Alpha. And if we just do one of these, oh, it does help. Oh, you've done it. Have you done it? Why isn't it popped up? You done Discord? Oh, okay, yeah, it's there, but if you actually want to see it on the screen, there we go. Got route as well. So Yankee Lima Romeo Alpha is where we're currently at. And let's spinny round. Oh, we got a spit kissing the ground there. And he's back. Okay, I'm just doing parking brake on. So, Mechanical, thank you very much for that. Can I just say you guys are awesome. Respect to you all for doing this. Thank you very much. Gunhook, I drove through here in the late 70s as part of my army convoy going to the tip of North Queensland. Wow. It's a bit out there, isn't it? So, let's turn the music down just for a sec and let's hear these aeroplanes. I'll try and actually, I'll go into drone mode and I'll just join down the other end and I'll do a quick... And I'll try and get in the middle of it all and see what we can hear. Let's see if we can pick out the individual aircrafties. Have we got any jets? Oh yes, there are some jets over there. Well, I might have to do a slow cruise back. So let me just turn up my game sound a little bit. Oh, there's a spit going for a kiss again. And oh yes. Yeah. A concophony. I like that word. So, as I'm in a TBM, we'll do TBMs first. So, TBMs on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Rev those engines. So I'm sat right next to a Spitfire. Oh, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise. Okay. And where are all the Spits? They're going to be easy to pick out. So Spitfires, do your best without tipping on your noses. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, there's one gone. Where's the DC-6? Thank you, Spitfires. Okay, I can't see a DC-6 then. Yes. So, my DC-6 is hashtag 22'd. So I'm going to go to a jet. I think I'm sat on top of jet now. There we go. So, anybody that's in a jet... Oh, let me just... oh, this is so sensitive. Anybody that's in a jet... Oh, that's nice. Listen to that. And unfortunately, the DC6 has gone to walkies in my stream. Thank you, Jets. Oh, there! No, look at that! He's come back. He's come back. So I'll just go. Thank you, Jets. Oh, look at that! They were there, and then he's gone again. Ah. Oh, we've got 3 Jets here now, so let's see if we can get 3 Jets to do it. 4 Jets even. Look at that. 5 Jets, wow. That sounds good. Oh, that DC6, it comes and it goes. Thank you, Jets. I just want one DC6 to appear. Oh no. No, that's true. Yeah, but you're not in stream and he won't come back. Will you appear and disappear? What's that, sorry? Oh, okay, well let's try it then. Whereabouts are you located in this cacophony of airplanes? To my right. Okay. Oh, there he is! As if on cue! Away you go, DC6! Let's hear those engines! Is there Max? Alright. Okay, what was... So here's the response. What was... Yes, why is he not showing in the Two Cats livery for some reason, eh? That's weird. Anyway, it is. Okay. Enough of that shenanigans. Let's get back in the cockpit. Oh, I've got a war. Parking brake is on. It's not wrong. Thank you. The sim does loves a good livery bingo. Yes. Okay, right. DC6 is off and gone. Blimey, that got airborne quick. Stay on the crows. And up. And gear up. And we'll do a circuit just to let everybody get airborne. Right hand circuit. That's interesting. I sound like a I sound like a Spitfire now inside. Oh no, it's corrected itself. There's very many aeroplanes here. There's everybody. Music is going. I'm doing a really strange looking circuit, I have to say. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody might know where they're going. Uh-oh, hashtag 22, everybody disappeared by a few. This doesn't bode well for the display later, does it? Up here, Seamus. Up there. Yeah. No, not at all. Yeah. Still a few to get off the ground, so we'll just go circle back. Okay, so I think one more circuit and we'll be good to continue en route. Not very far to the next airport, which will be a touch and go, 14 nautical miles. So 3,000 feet is plenty. It's good to see so many people flying. Look at that. Paparazzi. Suka. So... See you, Belbro. Thanks for that message. Have you seen? Have you heard what my airplane sounds like? It does sound like a tractor. Inside view. I've broken nothing. It's probably to do with something that's behind me. I've got a couple of hawks, but they don't sound like that. I don't even have any Spits near me at the moment. Captain Spitfire's over there with Renoir. I can't even blame them. Yes. Oh dear. So I'm going to tell you a story about SpagOZ while we're on this leg. I always remember that because of the time difference between us, quite often I would log in, my work at 9 o'clock, and then I would get a little message saying that SpagOZ has gone live. I thought, oh, we'll get that stream running in a little browser and just leave it in the corner and stuff like that. Anyway, he was in his favourite tube liner, really, which was the Mad Dog. And for some reason, it wasn't playing ball with him that day. And he was getting a little bit irate. But as I was watching him, I realised that he didn't realise that he was actually streaming live at the time. And I've never heard so much blue language come over the airwaves as I heard coming from SpagOZ. So I just typed a little bit in chat and said, "Morning, SpagOZ. How are you doing? Lovely to see you streaming live," in big capital letters. And he came and went, "Oh my god." Yeah. And so that's my favourite SpagOZ story. Not a great one, I guess, but I'm sure you guys have many others as well. So we do have another airport here. This is a touch and go. This is Joel Binner Airport, Yankee Juliet Whiskey Bravo. There's no wind, so we could go straight in. It is just ahead up here. This is another little green strip, so it's just a touch and go, guys. And just like most Microsoft airports, it is surrounded by trees. Yes, we're coming in at this a little on the rapid side, I would say. It might be that I do a circuit to lose some of this speed, but we'll see. Like this track. There you go, Seamus. You can actually hear when I say I like this track, and you can actually hear the track that I'm actually playing. Okay, that's a little hot. 185, I would never do anything there, so I'm gonna do a flyover and then come around again. It's a track. Oops. That's a few go arounds, I think. Yes, touch and go. Watch for the trees at the other end when you once you've done your touch. So I'm going to do a right-hand circuit here. 162. Pleasure. It'll all go to pot later on once I got through that bottle of wine. Oh. I hope he fixes his error, his PC. Well. Wow. No. Well, we're not landing. It's a touch and go. So if you Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yes. You can do a touch and go if you're coming in hot and have a realistic crash turned off. Thank you for that, School Talk. Paparazzi, bless you all for doing this. What on earth speaks? Rest in peace, speaks. Have to run. Well, thank you very much for subscribe, Paparazzi. Glad you could come along. We might still be here a little bit later. So if you've got nothing on, you know, come back and have a look. Remember, we got the display from Shadow Display Team coming up at the end of the stream. Oh gosh, look at that. I'm doing two things at the same time and it never works. They carried you out, yeah. No. I see a hawk that's landed or crashed. One of the two. Is that Catbat? It's Catbat. He's doing circles, pirouettes on the runway. And another fine touchdown there. Okay, guys. Oh, my music stopped again. Oh no. Really? Yes.
Today I got a call. My baby's coming home.
Yeah. Well, we've got a splasher, haven't we? So we can have a crasher as well. Paparazzi says, hopefully we'll make it back. Thank you for the follow, Oliver Reggae. Or Reg H.
But at least I got her on the phone.
I'm having a glass of wine. I think that's what it is, actually. It's the alcohol. It's bringing it all together. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Q8, if you're listening. Appreciate joining the flight and excellent speech. And well, hopefully we'll see you on many more. Hello, Oliver. EGHH. And we got another follow there from Usam Bella. I'm sure I've said that wrong. Usama Bella or Bala. Usama Bala. Thank you very much for the follow. Wow, what a memory that boy has. What, Bournemouth? You're in... McDougal's out in the middle of the sticks. And Bournemouth's on the coast. Well, Edinburgh's not far from the coast, on the south coast. It's, you know, it's only a 900-mile drive, you know. Yes, we've been planning a visit. Well, we've talked about a visit, haven't we, Dougal? But I never quite got around to doing it yet. We'll have to get that sorted this year, I think. Well, I wonder if Flight Sim Expo will be on this year in the UK. It would. Nice. Oh no! The XP72 Discord invite expired. I can't fix that. Dougal, will you be able to give him a nudge? Oh. Mickey Aussie says, put another shrimp on the barbie. Oh, there he is over there, looking at TBM. Flying away. Hello, hello. Or should I say, g'day, mate. In my best Australian accent. So we got Captain Mambazo, Curious B, Nathan Gamer, Mickey Aussie in front, and behind we got Kobe, Mechanical Madness, Wayland, hello, Martel, Viper Strike, Captain T. Oh, that's funny. Viper Strike is there. Dougal McTavish, Catback 9, Seamus McNeil. Let me just go around here because it's easier. Echo Charlie 1, Score Talk, News Fan, Chill Corky, Catback 9, Two Cats. Who else can I see? So Alpha What Now? Alex D, Squawk Talk, and who was that? OFR Airlines. I'm going way off course now. And have I missed anybody? Martel, I've said you. I think I've got everybody. Oh, Two-Tone Murphy, how can I forget? Sorry about that. You're hiding behind Captain Spitfire, who I also forgot to mention. Oh, there's Daiki as well. Sorry, Daiki, I didn't mean to miss you from there. I think. Yeah. I'm not used to having this many people fly along. It is great though to see this many name tags in the sky flying along for this memorial flight to remember our friend. And yes, I think we're going to be a bit late for the display. No. Yes, exactly. Of course. And look, everybody's holding around 3,000 feet, and there's me flying at 4.8. I'm sure when I was testing this, we were doing some river surfing and stuff like that. I think it's actually coming up. Right. Oh, sorry. Is there really? That was the new sort of main menu UI, was it not? Because I used it and then there was an update and then it broke, so I uninstalled it. What, for the name? Are you talking about the actual game UI, as in how you navigate through the menus and stuff like that, or? Oh, right. Okay. I'm trying to get back on track now. All right. Okay. We've got an airport coming up that I forgot we had an airport coming up. So we'll do a touch and go here because we're quite high at this point. And I'm just looking desperately around for where the airport is. It's another strip. There we go, I think. Dead ahead. You're just buzzing it now. And it'll be straight in. I think I'm going to have to go and do a circuit around here. Yes. Probably. This is where everybody's going to go. Yeah, he's landing. He's doing what we should be doing. I'm actually just, you know, I'm in a holding pattern. Touch and go. So this is airport Yankee Mike and Delta Whiskey. Going straight in on runway 1. Is that 10? 10. Hope you're all enjoying the blues. The only thing you've got to remember about this TBM is that the gear takes an awful long time to come down. Okay. Okay, could you just send a Roger to him? Ooh, it's a floater. There we go. Touch. What? There's a floater. Yeah. It was, you know, after I said it, I thought that's going to come out bad. And then I said it again. I think the wine's getting to me now. Captain A Australia, thank you very much for the follow. You have a great country, he says as he's going into the hillside. Okay. You're very welcome. Thank you very much, Andrew. See you later. Oh, hashtag 22, everybody disappeared. So we are now heading on a heading of 162 after the touch and go. And trying to keep at 3,000 feet. Good. I'm good. Hello, Kaharia. Out of the lurk. Have you been lurking for a while? And I delete it. It's gone. Always one. Oh,
Hang on, Kevmo. Let me.
how long, Kedmo? They've not been able to hear the Discord
sorry,
chat.
The guy's banned, so.
I've had the Discord chat on mute. I'm really sorry, people. You haven't heard the Discord chat.
How long has that been on mute?
Hopefully not very long.
Are we live now?
You are.
Okay. Thanks, Kevmo.
2 minutes, he said.
Oh dear.
Oh no, does that mean it was on mute? No, it couldn't have been on mute.
It was probably from when we did the Q8 readout.
Yeah, but was Q8 on actually mute when he was doing that readout?
Yeah, Q8 was unmuted, he was fine.
Okay, thanks. Ace of Spades, thank you and welcome.
Ace of Spades! First time viewer! Welcome to the stream!
Kevmo, the problem is we just can't get the staff, that's what it is.
I know. I'm very poor at this, you know.
Oh, there's 2 people waiting in. Right.
What can I say?
Ladies and gentlemen, that we're sitting waiting in the voice chat. Welcome Ace of Spades and somebody else. Who was that? Kobe.
Hey, dude.
How are you, sir?
Alright, take care, Splasher. He's just stepping away there for a bit. You're welcome, mate.
How you doing, Ace?
I'm doing well.
Hello. Who was that who came into chat?
It was Ace of Spades from well, lots of forums, really. Lots of channels. And Kobe is now in voice chat too.
Welcome to voice chat, guys.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Why don't I see Ace of Spades in the list there? Oh no, I know why. Because I need to extend my list.
There you go.
Oh dear. It's happening, guys. It's happening. I'm losing control.
Personally, guys, I think we lost control a long time ago.
That's funny.
Well, see you around there, Splasher 6. Thanks for coming with us.
See you, pleasure. Take care.
Good night.
Thank you,
just
Splasher.
deleting your activity there, Dougal. I'm not going to say it out loud. I think you added
Yeah.
instead of deleted.
Indeed, I did. Yeah, that's why I put a plea out.
Oh no, that's okay, mate. I'll put myself on active pause to deal with it, so we're good. Good catch.
I know who it was.
So this is yeah, a wonderful bit of the outback. As you can see, there's actually quite a bit of traffic here. Down below there.
You also got a new follow from Dazzle T Arab.
Dazzle T Arab. I recognise that name. Now, where do I recognise that name from?
I think probably from the Two-Tone Murphy channel.
It's probably the Two-Tone Murphy channel. So welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. Look at that road going around that mountain there. That's fantastic. I think what they should do for Australia is they should actually put some of the road train lorries on there. Straight roads.
That would be nice.
It would, wouldn't it? And we've got a left turn coming up, and I think then we're doing a bit of river surfing. So, down low, guys, for waypoint 8. And we're going to follow the Brooklyn Private Nature Reserve River. Well, actually, it's not called that. It's actually called Mitchell River, but it's part of the reserve. That's what I like about Australia. You want to build a road from A to B, you just build it straight. It's just like the US, you know, you can't really get lost, can you? Did you see the pair?
Unless your name's Dougal.
Did you see the pair of spits that just came past? And Two-Tone, you're still there. You should team up with the other two.
Oh, he has. He's been doing good.
Yeah, that's where
He's been doing good, has he?
Yeah, he's been doing good. I'll give him that.
You've got him in training, have you?
You got him in training. Excellent stuff.
Really good music now. That's no joke this time.
Oh,
Good music.
that's good to hear.
I apologize, I'm a little ahead. We're getting near to the McLeod River.
Yes. So we're going to be going down a little low. What speed am I doing here? Because that'll be quite important. 192 is probably a little fast.
That's not fast enough.
Turned a bit early for the river there. You can see the path of the river. Just look for the extra green trees.
Does it go off to the right of the magenta line?
Well, it follows it for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Good job. Thanks, Troy.
Yeah.
Alpha's a lot lower than me. That might be a fatal error. Oh, well, there's a... Alpha, what now?
Bombasso, you're very quiet this evening.
He
Or
is,
this
isn't he?
afternoon For you.
Well, I was actually munching on so much food, man. I didn't want to disrespect the whole group here. What's going on, everybody? Sorry, I've been quiet today.
Hello, Bombasso.
And I actually wanted to say a special thank you to Rico for quickly getting this livery done. Because I mean, he was literally, honestly, he was literally running the streets and for the, working, and he did it in between that. And then, he has a lot of respect for Spag. So, thanks, Rico.
Yeah. And the TVM, as Rico will point out, is not the easiest paint kit to work with.
No.
I think everybody I've ever spoken to that's done any paintwork has said the TBM is by far the worst of the sim.
How come is the TBM the hardest?
Something to do with the way they put the paint kit together.
It's the layout of where stuff is. It makes it really hard to get symmetry from it side to side and stuff like that.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to paint in 3 dimensions to get it to fit properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I'm an expert, it's the only one I've ever done anything on, but
It's a nice little valley. Sorry, who was that?
Compared to the, oh no, you're good, man. Yeah, compared to the liveries that Rico actually was able to do do the Mad Dog and the, what is that, IGDX Classic 737 in the same time that it took him to try to get this TVM working.
He's always been our superstar with repaint, was Rico.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
Aeroplanes all over the place. Look. Is that a Baron there as well, or is that a 350 King Air? It's a King Air, isn't it? Eagles, you're in a King Air. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this route.
see an F-18.
And we got some epic emojis in chat from Viper.
We've got somebody called Richard's dad. No, is it Richard's dad? I think. I can't see it. An F-18.
I don't see that, do you? Is it flying? Somebody flying?
He's high. He's
Oh.
high.
So if you're at 3,000 or above feet, then you're missing out on all the fun.
Well, he was high. He's now at 1,600, so he's chasing squirrels now for the rest of it.
We gotta collect some acorns for UCAT DC-6 flight.
Oh, over the ridge.
Let me get down here. Get this side.
I try and mix a little bit of everything in these flights. So, yeah, reasonably high flying at 3,000 feet, and then we got some very low flying at river level, or tree level, or valley level. Which is why it's really hard to use an autopilot on my streams, because you got to hand fly. So it does test your skills.
Do we know who this is singing? Do we know what track that was?
What, the one right now?
Yeah.
It is called Carved in Stone by Jeff Everill featuring Red Revison.
Okay.
You like it then, Dougal?
Well, you know me and blues, guitar blues. It sounds like, I think we've had this discussion before. It sounds like Alvin Lee.
Yes.
10 years after.
I don't know if SpagOZ was a blues person, actually. Can anybody throw any light on that?
No, and I think the only person that could well, there's two people that could throw light on that, and they didn't make it here tonight. Forgotten the passengers. I know he was planning on being here tonight, so I can only assume he's got technical problems. He knew SpagOZ extremely well for a long time. And Dimitri.
Right.
Dimitri knew SpagOZ better than absolutely anybody. They used to sit up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning just chewing the fat. They would probably know.
Murph's having fun in that Spitfire, isn't he? There is still a river down there. If you look between the trees.
I'll take your word for it. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
News fan says it's very, very, very Stevie Ray Vaughan-esque.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
We've spoken about him on stream before as well, I believe.
I think so. I like blues.
Yeah. Stevie Ray Vaughan was said to be, by Eric Clapton, the best blues guitarist ever.
Really? That's saying something.
That's a quote from Eric Clapton.
So I was very lucky enough, I think I've said this on stream before, but I was very lucky enough a few years back to go and see Eric Clapton at the Royal Albert Hall on his farewell concert, where he stopped doing live concerts.
He does actually still perform, but it's private only.
Yeah.
Doesn't do any public performances.
And he was doing one. He was doing one in Madison Square Gardens, I think, one week, and then he flew back and then did the Royal Albert Hall the following week, and that was it. And it was fantastic. Took my wife along. Oh, Viper, you're in and out there.
Yeah, you're.
What art was it? I'm sorry.
An issue with your audio, I think.
Yeah.
Viper. Hard right turn, I think here is the nut.
There is a hard right turn.
So what music was it again? Sorry.
What, that Eric Clapton played?
Oh, okay. I was wondering the artist.
Oh yeah, it was Eric Clapton. It was in his sort of finale concert. It was fantastic.
Okay. All right, thank you.
It's funny because I got this thing where I always seem to manage to find people doing their last concerts. It's like, I've really wanted to see you for a long time and I've never been able to get tickets. And then for this one, suddenly I was able to get a ticket. And it was like, oh, right, okay. And it's your last one. Excellent. But it was the last day of the last concert. So the atmosphere was electric, as you can imagine. I see a gaggle of
Gooses.
nameplates. That's the word I was looking for. Gosh, oh,
More
music
wine.
stopped. Hang on, gosh.
Or wine, Neil.
Oh, I've got a hill coming up. What's first? What's the priority, hill or music? I think it's actually hill.
Spoil sport.
So just a random question. Has anybody heard from Dangerous Brian lately? I haven't seen him for a long, long time. Just wondering.
No.
Well, yeah, he did pop up fairly recently after a long, long absence. That was, I think, about 2 weeks ago. But he's gone very quiet again.
I hope everyone's okay with him.
Mm.
Let's try a bit of blue steel.
As we've discovered, it can be ominous when people disappear and you don't hear from them.
Yeah.
Not sure that's really what I want to choose.
I went the wrong way following the river.
No comment, Dougal. No comment.
I can see lots of other people, including two cats, following that river.
Yeah, we're following Murphy at the moment. It's all kinds of fun.
Oh no, we had that. Oh, we've had a lot of these blue ones already, but I like them.
Oh, look at this view from the top of the hill to the ocean. Oh, that now that's a view.
Yes, I think we could
got
probably.
Frozen and the Wombat in the voice chat.
Hello, Frozen.
And in they come. Good evening, gents.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Frozen Wombat, good to see you.
I think you've probably had your own issues, guys, as well. But, Neil has had some #22 server issues on Southeast Asia.
I see Steve Solo.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me what #22 means.
It's the number of the error in the list of things to be fixed in Microsoft's fix list.
Oh, right. I never look at that, to be honest. Okay, cool.
Neil, I think you need to check where everybody's gone. They're all going the wrong way.
I have no idea where they're going. Where are they going?
As I say, we're following Murphy, and he's doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, you guys that have followed the river.
You're following the river, which is fine, you know, but there is an airport down there somewhere.
Yeah, but that's that's part of the leg for further on, I think, is it not?
No.
I found the airport to the left. On my left. I found it.
So this one here is an interesting airport. This one. We need to come in on runway 20 at Daintree Airport. Just saying. And
I'm gonna approach from 02 because
No, you need to come in on 2-0. There's a reason for that. And it's a touch and go. But you need to then go through the V of the hillside that is just to the ahead and in front of the runway. And then we do a circle back. So
yeah, guys, keep an eye on Feely's stream if you can. It will show you what he means. It's actually well worth trying. There's 2 cutouts in the trees, and you'll
right in the mountain.
Yeah, if you take runway 02, you're going to miss them.
Yeah. So you got to come in on 2-0.
I think Murphy might be having fun looking behind, seeing us all flopping about trying to keep up with him.
Have you gone all floppy?
No, I haven't dropped out the sky yet, but it's difficult, for sure.
And thanks to the follow, Paul K Motion.
I'm not seeing any pop-ups at all.
No, I'm seeing it in the chat as opposed to the screen. On the stream, it is extremely small font size.
Is it? I meant to fix that.
Tiny, 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 tiny.
Okay, I do need to fix that. And I will do it. Is this the last airport? No.
So you see your logo up in the top right there, Neil, where it says Pilot Peely?
Yes.
The font is smaller than that.
Oh my goodness me.
And a colour that you can't really see. It's like a pale purple, I think.
A pale purple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it actually appearing on the screen?
Middle of the screen on the right hand side.
Okay.
Middle as in between the top and the bottom on the right.
On that, shall I move you over to the display team bit? Because I know all the others are in there.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I've got it. I think you should. I think Steve should have been able to do that.
Incoming, Seamus. Impact Keely. Acrobatics.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm busy doing things.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the runway ahead. If you're looking on stream, there's the V that you need to go through. And I'm coming in at 100 and something knots, which is without the gear down. And that's probably a little fast, to say the least. And there's a nice bunch of trees, just, you know, as Microsoft loves to put a bunch of trees at the end of runways. So,
Medic.
medic.
Yeah. And I'm just going in circles.
And
So,
unless you're actually lined
there's
up
the
with
touch.
that V, you can't see it.
Oh, yeah, I see the V. I came, well, nipped through it just now.
So there's a touch. And then you got to head for the V,
Which is a
which is
full
the go.
throttle climb. If you're in the TBM, that's a hard climb out of there.
It's a hard climb, so I would not recommend coming out of flap 1 to get up here. Let's see if anybody's following. Why's my thing not working again?
Yeah, there's people behind you. You've got Whack-A-Mo, you've got Daki in the Hawk, Mechanical Madness in the Spit, all following you up. TC is up there.
Oh, I know why that's not working.
The TBM will just get through that gap.
Oh my
you don't
word.
actually have to go on a knife edge, but it's fun if you do.
And then once you've done that gap, you're going to do a left turn and come back through another gap that's further down the mountain range. If I can actually get my views to work, which has decided to give up on me. There is another
Fuel
V.
warning.
Oh, I'm going right over the top of Mechanical Madness, so we're both going through it together. That's two of us went through that.
There's another V where who is it that's going through there? Wacko, I think, is a Mongo has gone a bit static.
Flying the Connie.
He can get the Connie through that.
Then sharp left turn, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Wackamo's about to go through it. You got to come through it at the right angle, otherwise you're not going to get through. And it's more of a knife edge, this one. And the slow roll rate of the TBM is useless.
Oh, it's Two-Tone and Renoir going through there at what looks to be absolutely maxed out in the spits.
What, the first one? Oh no.
No, they're coming up behind you for the second.
Oh yes, and two cats. Okay.
That's impressive. That's sweet.
So now come back round.
Something silly.
Something silly, yes. Come back. Come back round. Go through the original V at the end of the runway, and then we'll head out for the rest of the route.
And if you've got crash detection turned on, like somebody has that I just went over, good luck to you. somebody just didn't make it. I don't know who that was.
Excellent.
I was just saying that sentence and I saw it hit the tree.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Paul Motion. Sorry about that. A bit late to get into that one. Sorry. About what, 5 minutes or so. Oh, Mickey Aussie, Shameless McNeil. They're the trees, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I just saw this aeroplane Daki came through at like a rate of knots.
Medic for Seamus.
There are some real hidden little gems in this sim. Mostly you find by mistake like these.
Yep. Got it.
Yeah, I lost all my airspeed when I did the touch and go. So
I know. That was the tricky part. You see.
Mickey, the TBM rolls really well. Much better than it should in real life, I can tell you.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't roll that well.
Well, you can put it on a knife edge and it won't lose altitude.
Okay.
just don't compare it to a Spitfire.
Maybe he means the roll where it does it up.
Oh, that's scary. Don't try and do a barrel roll through it. That is genuinely terrifying.
So there's another river down here on the other side. That we can...
Which way are you heading? I've lost everybody again.
273.
Yeah. So after coming out of that gap for the last time, it's a sharp right turn, I believe.
Sharp right turn.
Due west.
Due west. Follow the river.
Roger that.
And then at waypoint 15, we're going to actually leave the river and carry on the route.
Whatever you do, guys, do not crash into the river. There might be some saltwater crocodiles there.
Oh, hello, hello, hello. I see a whole gaggle of 339s.
Indeed, I spotted them too.
And then they have shot 22 on me.
I have to say, we're probably going to be a bit late, guys.
I could have told you that.
Here's a left turn.
Cat Bat's in the chat. He said, sorry he's late, he's in VR, and asks how everyone's doing.
We're doing accidentally, Cat Bat. This has been an excellent flight so far.
Evening, Catbat. We have spoken to you several times, but we've assumed that you've been in VR, so no worries.
We're good. We're good, Catbat. We are running a little late than scheduled. But hey, this is a Pilot Peely stream. It's expected for those who come along on a regular basis. So now we've got a little bit of, well, a little valley-ish flying. It's quite flat. There's some mogul hills to the right there for the avid skiers. Rather large moguls.
Whoa, nicely done, boys.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Sadly, I don't think they're actually in our chat. They're in their own chat, aren't they? So they can't hear
Yeah.
us.
Look how good. It's almost like getting the thunderflies like they used to.
They're shadows.
It's the shadow display team, Viper.
I know, but it's almost like they were originally the thunderflies. Still as good as they were when they were the thunderflies. I just saying that because it's nostalgia. I used to remember it back in the day.
Oh, and they all just disappeared for me.
Some of them did.
And hashtag 22.
Yeah.
I have never seen so many name tags. This is absolutely awesome.
Be nice if they didn't all keep jumping in and out.
It would be nice if they actually stayed there, wouldn't it?
And we have a war hamster. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Hammy.
Hammy!
Indeed, Hammy. Yeah, lots of hashtags.
Hashtag 2022.
Yeah.
Gun ho, guy, gotta head out. Getting ready for work. Respect you all. Catch you next time. Well, do you know, anybody that's leaving before the end, you've got to come back and have a look at the Twitch stream and look at the last sort of 10-15 minutes of the stream and watch the display that we've got coming up, because it's going to be momentous. So anyway, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time. So there is another river down here and a valley. Okay. The shadow display team is saying, sorry guys, our formation vanished on us as we started flying past with you. See you at Cairns. Okay. Super. We're not far away from there now. Really? 59 nautical miles. Not far at all.
I tell you, I'm glad I'm not doing this in VR. I think it would have been motion sick by now with all the toing and froing.
Yeah.
I've slowed down a lot. I'm only doing 140 knots.
Oh no, not a criticism. I just mean it's like lots of windy flying. It's good.
Lots of windy flying. That's going to be a phrase that's going to come up now.
We're only doing 140.
Windy flying. How's the spit? Going over the top. There's Muse fans going past.
Seem to be flying into a dead-ended valley here.
Where are you then, Dougal?
Bit of climbing to do, just ahead of you, with all amongst all those spits.
And I've just put Gowden into the shadow display team chat.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Nice P51 just gone past me then.
Oh yes.
I'm in outside view, so I can hear them all. It's amazing. There's Ace, it's Ace in the P51, Ace of Spades.
Probably should check my fuel. Ah, we're okay.
Hey, Ace of Spade, it looked like you tried to talk then, mate, but I never heard anything.
Oh yeah, no audio there, Ace. Sorry, man.
Who's the person with all the hieroglyphic?
Ace of Spades.
Oh, yeah, that is Ace of Spades. Yeah, that's what it says. Is Ace of Spades. Oh, I missed a left turn. Anybody else?
There's a left turn here, Dougal.
Alright, now does it work?
There you go. There we go.
Hey!
Guess I can't be in a phone call and a Discord chat at the same time on my headset.
I guess not.
Doesn't matter. We didn't need to hear you. We could hear your aircraft.
It's beauty, ain't it?
Isn't it, Jeff?
I got my first ever attempt at landing it on that dirt strip back there. we had to go around and do twice.
So what are you flying?
The P-51.
Ah.
Oh, that's a beast.
Yeah. Second attempt went better than the first one.
And this valley's nice.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
This is really nice flying. Yeah.
Yeah, down low, it's really good.
A good valley. We like a good valley.
Yes, we do.
Bill, did you start out in the Spitfire?
No, I started out at TBM, but at the first airport we stopped at, I couldn't stop it from being in reverse. It just would not stop reversing.
Okay.
It wouldn't stop reversing.
That could seriously, that could spoil your day, couldn't it?
So Australia is such a big country, very few inhabitants, and it's mainly only inhabited around the coastline. A few exceptions with Alice Springs and the Ayers Rock region. And if you've ever watched on Netflix, there's a series called Pine Gap, and it's all to do with a listening post that's run by the Aussies and the Americans, and they listen to all the things that are going on, mainly in China. And
the only thing I know about Australia is Kylie Minogue.
Don't forget, the only thing I know about Australia is that in the world there are 13 different species of animal or spider or reptile that can kill you. Australia has 11 of them.
That's good to know.
I know that.
Neil, have you spoken to the lads at all, or do you want me to pop into that other chat and see if they need anything?
I haven't. I will just depart the chat. So guys, just you know, talk amongst yourselves.
We'll talk among ourselves and keep ourselves company.
You won't be broadcast, by the way, because I'll need to turn that off. But
Thank you, Mod.
all right, so I'll be back in a second. Hello, guys. Pilot Piggy here. How are you doing? Okay. So we've had a few hashtag 22s, probably because of the number of people flying. I saw a message from Dougal to switch channels to West USA. No. What? Hang on a minute. Well, you weren't going out and stream. Gotcha, I'll turn it off now.
get on there. There's
Okay, you can hear me in special events, yes? Yeah, it appears that I can't actually talk to them without broadcasting what I'm saying, so... Yes. So I was gonna say 3-3. Okay, thanks, Sue. And we missed the runway, but it doesn't matter. So we're going, following the route around. Oh dear. Yes. Forget that runway, guys. We'll just head on out. So we are going to be running on runway 33 at Cairns when we get there. That was a bit annoying because they can't hear me. Well, I did say I was going to go quiet. But, okay. I'm just wondering if I could change a few things. Alright, I might go quiet, but we're going to run it, land at Cairns in 3-3. Runway 3-3, guys.
Roger that, Healy.
Neil, can you hear me?
High five.
Yeah, Neil just said he was going quiet, mate. So I'm thinking
Okay, Neil, you need to check DM. Neil, if you can hear me, you need to check DM. Gotta love it. There you go, he's got it. Multitasking. This is where I have to give so much credit to the likes of Two-Tone Murphy and the guys that do that kind of thing all the time on their streams, talking to different people on different channels at different times. It's a nightmare.
Oh yes.
A little bit.
It's definitely not as easy as Morphinol everyone else makes it look, I tell you.
Is anybody hearing Neil talk?
No.
No, not on. Well, I am now. I've just turned myself back on.
Okay.
Oh dear, this is all going pear-shaped for me today. Never mind. So, right. Steve, I'm going to come and join your chat for a second. I'm going to go quiet on the broadcast and I'll switch channels. So only, Dougal, could you DM me and let me know if you can still hear me in this voice channel? Right, once I've switched.
In this voice channel or on stream?
Well, both, really. Right, I'm going. 3, 2, 1, gone.
This has been wonderful today, Dougal. Oh.
Hello, Neil. Neil, I can hear you. I can hear your music, but I can't hear you.
we're on stream as well.
We can hear you now.
No. But we are. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, just needed to sort out a few technical issues, and we're good to go. So we're going to land on runway 33 at Cairns. As you can see, it's just over my left wing. And then we have our wonderful SpagOZ display team going to do a display. So, you know, if you've flown all this way, you might as well stay for the next 15 minutes because you're, you know, You're gonna see me mess up on the drone. No, you're not.
And
I
hang on a
will
minute,
do my
this
best.
This is something new, Neil.
I was going to say that.
What are you doing? What are you saying? I will do my ultimate best to keep up with them with the drone camera. Do you know, if anybody's tried to follow them, it's not easy, and you know, it's a task. It's a task. I better get some gear down, I think. So runway 33 for those who have not yet made it down at Cairns. And the GA part is over to the left of runway 33. Just for those who know or don't.
And who's the daddy? First time viewer down there. Sorry we didn't respond to you, but we've been in the middle of trying to set up. We've been
Who's the
trying to
daddy?
press buttons.
Yes. Sorry if the delayed response to your message. How long are the flight times realistic? Also, do you get reviews on how you did flying plan? Oh my word! No, we don't get that complicated on this on this stream. Actually, the flight times are pretty realistic. Flight planning, if you use SimBrief, is great. And yes.
You speak for yourself, Steve.
I've got it in for me tonight. That's what I can say. Thank you for following, Big Michael.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Dougal's comment on the Shadow Display team. We have full confidence in you, and I shouldn't be laughing. Sorry.
No, Seamus, that was completely out of order, mate.
I'm laughing anyway.
But it's fine because we know that SpagOZ is up there laughing his socks off.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, forgotten the passengers. You made it, buddy.
And
Are you gonna make-
touchdown! Am I going to get the first exit? No. Am I going to get the second exit?
We
No.
have full confidence in you, Neil.
It's going to be the third exit.
FTP, are you going to make it into voice chat?
I thought you were talking about file transfer protocol every time you
No,
use FTP.
it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Forgotten the passengers.
Hey, I'm gonna exit out of the voice chat and get out here. I'll still remain in the text chat stream.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me come with you, Pilot Daily.
That's
wonderful flight.
You're very welcome.
We'll see you on the ground. We'll see you.
You're
on the
very
ground.
welcome.
Take care, bye.
So, forgotten the passengers. One of the jokes I got from Spag, I woke up feeling grumpy this morning. She told me to get off. That's funny.
I think about that one.
Yes.
That's what my wife says to me every day. Obviously, I'm the grumpy one, yeah. Hello, we got some hawkers there, but they're in sort of bonanza-looking hawkers. So we're just
Tail-dragging hawkers.
Tail-dragging hawkers. So we're making a little line up here, along the edge of the runway, just like that. And we'll get a bit of parky brakey on, and we'll get a bit of a shutdown going on.
Looks like I'm just about last again. Who's behind me? We've still got Richard's dad behind me. Mongo's behind me. Oh, Wackamo's still there in the spit.
And we see the prop come down. There's Seamus McNeil coming in. What else have we got? Let's get the cam working. Find me thingy majiggy. Renoir's just done a go around.
I just ran into two-tone. Sorry, dude.
Whoops.
I think he did a handbrake turn, that's what it was.
What else we got coming in here? We'll put an appropriate track on, I think.
Can't hear the music, mate, if there's any playing.
Oh. Sorry, that's my bad singing, but we'll just make a change. There we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not banjo music.
I wish
Talking now. Yeah, I did wonder.
You said you couldn't hear it. There's a good reason why.
Oh wow, look at all those aircraft popped up.
Who else we got coming in? We got, oh, I didn't miss that. We got Renoir. That was probably Captain Spitfire, I imagine. No, that was Mongo. There's Renoir.
I think. Yeah.
Who's that one? That one, Whack-A-Mo, I think. Alec D, we're all waiting for you.
How did I miss Sean Lego Man? We've got Sean Lego Man in 339. Why didn't I see him?
And there is an awesome collection of aeroplanage. Look at that.
Alright, take care, Squawk Talk. I'll catch you later, mate.
Squawk Talk, can't stay for the display, unfortunately. I will check out on the replay. I need to head off. Drew Stone, gotta run, fellas. Awesome tribute. Rip SpagOZ. Thanks for coming along. So the display is gonna happen very, very shortly. So we've got like a 10-minute display and then a missing man fly past to finish the stream. So hang around for that. It'll be something not to miss. And I will try and get all your name tags in. I'll just wait for Alec D to line up if you want to find a spot. And I'll get a screenshot of that. Around there.
It'd be great to know how many were there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, I think I count. Plus the display team that are flying around somewhere. Oh, there's a couple of extras that are just around here. So we'll try and get you in as well. Who was that? Snuffer 44. Okay, so let's get a screenshot of that. All done. Thank you very much for that.
So, as a suggestion, I wondered if everybody could shut down their engines. That way we can hear when they do the flyby.
Yes. So if you can shut down your engines, that will be most appreciative.
And I'm guessing you probably have to go off and do something, do you?
Yes. So I'm just going to come out of chat here. I've got to chat with the display team, make sure they're all ready. I will be streaming their voice comms as they do their display, and then I will not be streaming their comms when we do the final tribute to SpagOZ, which is the missing man formation. So hopefully you enjoy this. It's been weeks in the planning, and well, at least a week in the planning.
Now,
And
we in voice chat are all going to be locked out. We're not going to be broadcasting, are we?
correct.
Right, okay.
So I will be switching channel to another channel, and well, first of all, before we go, thank you very much for flying along with me. I've really appreciated it. I know Spags is looking down and has had a good laugh with this flight. I'm sure it'll mean a lot to him, and you know, what can I say? You know, I've still got the wine, so cheers to Spags.
Yep, cheers, Spags.
Okay, so let me change my camera,
Are you going
and
to stop the music as well, Neil?
oh yes, because there's going to be other music to play. So I can hear there's some Spitfires that's still going, I think. and I will be going over to the other channel. So I've got to do a few button things. So bear with me while I just set myself up for the display. I'm just going to put my Be Right Back screen on while I just do some clever little things, and I'll be back shortly. So bear with me a second.
There he is. Can't hear you, Neil. Oh, there you are. Take your time.
We're probably between the two coasts.
That. Hello everybody and welcome back. So we have our display team all ready to go, and Dougal, if you can hear me, please send me any DMs if you can't hear any music or anything like that. I think I've got everything set up correctly. Guys, I'm just going to change my that one so you can hear the music as well through Discord. No music yet. Okay, well that's because I haven't started it, Dougal. So I'm going to start the music. 3, 2, 1. Oops, hello. Don't want to move that with the camera. Hang on. There we go. Right. Right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Shadows display team.
Speed brakes up, parking brake off, all your lights are on, check.
Good check.
3 check. 4 check.
5 check.
6 check.
Good check.
8 check.
9 check.
TTD.
On the brakes, pad 90.
Steve, what position were you in again?
4.
Off the brakes, in 3, 2, 1, roll.
In the air, I'll take number 4. Tom, you come into the middle, I think.
Okay.
Let's see if Steve can join at the top of the lid.
Rotate. Oops. Gear up. Flaps up.
7 taken 4.
85 power back now.
And 7.
Rolling right now. Power back now. And rolling up. Entry loop coming up now. Hold on there. Rolling right now. Releasing. Throw complete and pulling. Rolling right now. Rolling out. Left wing over, coming up now. Hold now. Rolling left now. Power back slightly. Holding there. Rolling out. Left barrel coming up now. Holding there. Rolling left now. Holding there. Roll complete. Rolling left now. And coming up now. Rolling left now. Holding it. Rolling out now. Releasing. Rolling right now.
Not now, Cap.
Rolling out. Going over, coming up. Now. Holding there. Rolling left now. Holding there. Rolling out. Starburst. Ready? Break, break, go. Powers down to 80.
6.
390 knots. 250 foot. Rolling right now.
Lead, say speed.
350.
Three in. Two in.
Four's in.
Rolling out. Speed brake out now. Flaps 1 down now. Rolling right now. Power down 75. Set. Flaps 2 down now. Landing gear down now. And check speed brake.
FSB.
Power down now. Set. Rolling more. Rolling out. Sorry, a bit low there.
Do we have squirrels in Australia?
6.
One down, power off. On the brake.
Well,
We have no one to count us in for this. I'm spawning back in, guys. I've restarted. I'm hoping it worked. I'll come back.
no worries.
Thank you.
Stressful, isn't it, Steve?
Come in right.
Mild to moderate.
Guys, that was fantastic.
Cheers. Bit stressful.
You want to try following you? So the guys will now make their way down to the end, and
I think we're going to back taxis, Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to 3-3.
Well, back to 3-3, you can change the scenery and or the weather and such in the meantime. It'll take us a few minutes to get down and back in formation.
okay. So thanks very much. We are going to go sort of radio silent on stream for a second or two while we just make the adjustments for the final fly past to say farewell to our fellow sim flyer SpagOZ. It's been a fantastic evening. These guys have just given you a demonstration that was just fantastic. And
Steve, if you give us these shouts just via Discord, it'll be fine.
And I'll just get the camera down to the end of the runway, and then I'll just do a couple of changes to the environment, and we'll see the final fly past to give Spag a
same information as before, lads.
Fantastic send-off. And I would say take a moment just to remember him for all the flying that you've done with him, and you know, think of those happy memories, and you know, give a moment for reflection. So I'm going to turn off the broadcast of the chat. We are going to do this with no communication being broadcast, and just give him that respect. There will be a music playing for this finale, and I would just like to say thank you very much for joining this stream. It's been a pleasure to do this memorial flight with you, and thank you very much. So I will just come out of chat. So thank you very much. I'll just put my camera on for a quick second and say thank you very much for goodbyes. And we just got this last finale. Takes about 2 minutes or so, and we'll say goodbye. So thank you very much. So, guys,